remember Ademola, the 26-year young man that was allegedly shot dead on day one of the national protest here in Lagos. Now there are different sides to the story now, and different developments keep coming up as a result of the death of the young man. There are allegations that police authorities are planning to let off the hook the killer cop. And also there are people that have been showing faces to be representing the family and somehow trying to make a fortune out of the misfortune of some people. This life, what a funny world. Welcome to Chaplains, your #1 investigative human interest magazine program on television. My name is Tunji Olanipekun. And today we have two major reports for you with other segments of the show. On our lineup, we shall take you back to Ogba area of Lagos State, where Ademola was killed on day one. That was on January 9, when the strike started in Lagos. There have been different sides to the story. We spoke to family members. We eventually got the father. Remember, we told you that we shall be on top of this story and we shall ensure that justice is done on every side. And we went all out to track down the father, those that are working with him, and those that actually know him personally. And also we spoke to the Office of the Public Defender and other stakeholders in the matter. We have the report for you today. And from Ogba, we shall also take you to Denro, Ishashi, Akute area of Lagos State. You remember the flood of last year? The havoc it wreaked in that area. Now the rains will soon come again, and the people of that area are crying to the Ogun State government that please come and dredge the canal. Please come and find a solution before the rain comes. All this shall be on Chaplains this evening. Just relax, I will bring you details after tidbits. Welcome back. On January 9, the day the nationwide protest started, that was in Lagos area, Ademola was killed by a top police officer in Yaya Abaton area of Ogba, Lagos State. And since then, things have not been the same. Of course, the family have been thrown into mourning, and there are different sides to the story. We told you we shall be bringing you details and updates of the report, and such is the one we have for you today, because we understand that some people have been going to Panti police station where the killer cop was detained and has been trying to liaise. They said they are speaking on behalf of the family members, and somehow they are trying to make a fortune out of the issue. But we eventually got the father of the deceased. We told us that he has not commissioned anybody, or the family has not commissioned anybody to speak on behalf of the family and to collect anything whatsoever. And he said what will gladden the heart of the family is to see justice done on the matter. We also went to where Ademola was living, the people he was sleeping with on the same bed, the shop where he was working as a fashion designer, and we have all the sides of the story for you. Also, the Office of the Public Defender here in Lagos has taken up the matter. We also have their own side for you, and they have promised that justice will be done in this matter. Just watch the reports. It is now over 3 weeks since Ademola Abiodun, 26-year-old young man, was shot dead by a senior police officer in Yaya Abaton area of Lagos State. The event, which happened on the 4th day of the nationwide strike, threw the entire area into sorrow. Since the unfortunate incident, the divisional police officer who is said to have killed the young man has been reportedly put under custody while investigations are on. Police authorities had earlier said that the young man was part of a mob that wanted to attack the Penn Cinema police station before he was shot. This has been countered by the community and those who witnessed the killing. In an attempt to establish the truth about the deceased, Chaplains went to town to make some findings on the person of Ademola Abiodun. This old woman was the one that employed Ademola to work as a fashion designer. Chaplains gathered that the good conduct of Ademola made this woman to adopt him, and for 7 years he lived in her house with the woman's children.
Ìgbà tí tó sì yà títí tó gbé àyín kò sí yá kò síta bí ìgbà téèyàn ẹsẹ̀ dé ilé ọlá ló ṣòro Adémọ́lá lọ́rùn ní àyín báyìí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ wọn tí ń bẹ nínú ilé wọn èyí dá kọ̀tọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ń jó ti délé ọdún méje ọdún keje lọ parí níbi ìfẹ́ náà pọ̀ dé sóyè yín kìí ṣe lòdì òru Adémọ́lá kìí mu sí kìí mu sìgá kìí mu gbó kìí ṣe gbàngbà kò sí kìí sọmọ jágbọn kìí sọmọ àtà o.
This used to be Ademola's room, now empty, and all that could be seen is the Holy Bible on the mattress. This young man was Demola's roommate. For 7 years, he shared the same bed and fashion shop with him. He described the deceased as a very hardworking and responsible young man. Ademola Chaplain's Land saved money from his fashion designing job, then bought this motorcycle which he uses to walk early in the morning before resuming at work and later in the evening after closing from the shop.
Strike bẹ̀rẹ̀ àti ẹ̀wọ̀n ńjọ́ yẹn ó ṣe ọ̀kadà lọ torí ó máa ń gun ọ̀kadà náà so wá gun ọ̀kadà lọ láàárọ̀ ìgbà tó wá rí pé kò sí èrò ńta ló wá wálé bó dẹ̀ ṣe wálé èmi máa sọ fún pé wọ́n ní pé wọ́n sùn táyà injection bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé kí ló wà lọ pé kó má lọ pé kó wà pẹ̀lú wa lọ ó ṣàní òun bọ̀ bó ṣe lọ nìyẹn so ìgbà tó wá lọ mo rò pé ìgbà tó ti ń bọ̀ yẹn tó ti ráwọn èèyàn lò tó pọ̀ ló ṣe jẹ́ kóun náà kú lọ pé kóun lọ máa bá wọn so bó ṣe wá lọ kò pẹ́ ni aṣàgbọ́rò bọ̀n tó ń yìnbọn so ibi kan lára tó mọ̀ mo ṣe wá bẹ́ẹ̀ mi lé ní ẹ̀pẹ́ ó ti yìnbọn fún brother mi tó máa ń gun ọ̀kadà so bí mo ṣe sáré lọ nìyẹn.
Father of the deceased also confirmed to chaplains that his son is not a tout or miscreant, as police authority will want the world to believe. He said his son do send money home regularly from his sweat, and even traveled home last December before returning to Lagos.
On the 38th December, he came home to come and do a New Year, and returned back to Lagos on the 5th January, and they will get information that is on the 9th that he's already dead by somebody who shoot him. So to Yemen.
The family and community has however raised alarm over what they describe as an underground plot by the police to sweep the case under the carpet. They want the police authorities to allow justice to take its course on the matter.
Most importantly, we were told that the Inspector General of Police is making efforts to transfer this guy, to post him or redeploy him or whatever out of Lagos State. And I said the Inspector General should be warned. Human rights activists should all help us to warn the Inspector General of Police not to play with fire, because taking this guy out of Lagos State is apparently obviously the first step towards sweeping the case under the carpet. Segun Fabunmi, the person who mindlessly killed Demola, should be left in Lagos where he committed the crime and where he's going to be charged to court. So being taken out of Lagos or being redeployed or being transferred should not arise at all, not at this moment.
The Lagos State Office of the Public Defender has also taken up the case with a promise that justice will be served to all parties involved.
We have seen some of the victims of the event of that day, and we have gotten all necessary information that we need to get, and certainly we are going to fortify the suit on behalf of the victims.
Is there any chances of getting justice from this matter?
I can tell you that there are chances of getting justice. In Lagos State, there are chances of getting justice. That one I assure you. In this case, yes, it will.
Then is there any form of compensation for the family of...
That is what OPD is trying to do. We are instituting a civil action on behalf of all the victims and the deceased. You know, all the victims that are still alive and the deceased, a compensation in respect of this matter, because there has been gross violation of their rights in this case. And definitely we are heading to court.
With all these promises, the family of late Ademola are hoping that this will not be one of those unresolved murder cases in Nigeria.